Would be like those fucking toys that you find that like say superhero on them, and it's like a picture of Batman and fucking.
It's like Master Chief with Batman's mask on or something.
Yeah, and like it's 2 spider symbols, and like oh man, they're awful.
Yeah, generic toys, dude. Pharmacy owl shit. Fuck it.
I found one of those packs not too long ago at a flea market. It was like superheroes, or like supposed like the Avengers, and it was a Hulk who was smaller than everybody else. It was Hulk, Batman, Iron Man, Superman, and then a fucking Naruto. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Hold on. I want to talk about something very important, and it should resonate with everyone in this room. Now, you and I mean, you've grown up all kinds of other places, but you're kind of sort of relatively newish to Scott County. I mean, in a way. Compared to me and him, we grew up in it. But you moved in kind of later in life. You adjusted to it. Full of trash and just shitbirds, right?
It was awful.
Everywhere. Well, Austin's probably the cream of the crop of that. The Austin part of Scott County.
Yeah,
where
I would say.
Well, they should make this kind of a law in effect in Scott County. I guess this is Huntington, Virginia. You actually kind of live somewhere in North Carolina, that whole East Coast. Yeah, Huntington, West Virginia, my bad. It's a couch ordinance. They passed a couch ordinance on July 1st there. You know what that means?
No couches on the front yard.
You can't have indoor furniture on your fucking front porch.
Well, I can't really say shit against that because, like, my fucking last house...
I remember.
Or 2 houses ago had a front porch. It eventually became a spider nest.
A front porch couch, you mean?
Yeah, front porch couch. But regardless, I do recall a drunk Evan possibly sitting on that couch smoking cigarettes.
I probably did. I'm not surprised. But yeah... We're all accustomed. I think everyone even listening to this has seen indoor furniture outside. Oh, yeah, it's just an endemic of our culture.
It's better on the front porch than in the fucking front lawn. Like, because you have, first of all, you have the people that don't even fucking mow their lawn, so there's just like Everglades around the couch, and you know that at least 4 or 5 different animals have nests and babies and dens inside the cushions.
Right. I mean, if you look at indoor furniture, it's clear that it wasn't designed to be set on your front porch. This is never the case. If we set the couch that we're sitting on right now outside for more than 5 minutes, there would be a raccoon in it.
Well, no, it would be gone.
Yeah, it'd be gone, number one. Number two, they would be put someplace else outside and be spray painted a different color.
Like 3 or 4 houses down on the front porch.
Yeah, exactly. And then 15 minutes from later, it'll be full of raccoons and city squirrels, which are bastards. City squirrels are bastards. What do you guys think about this? They're forcing people to take their lawn furniture or their lawn, quote unquote, furniture inside.
I think that if there's ordinances out there where you can't have fucking a billion cars on your front lawn, or lawnmowers and just random fucking junk, then there should be laws. It all goes back to hoarding, man.
It's kind of like that, but it's also kind of like, fuck you. You're going to do what we tell you to do. You know, your lawn's going to look just like this, and if not, we're going to come in and kick you in the nutsack.
Well, you know, I can't say I'm against it, man, because like I said, I kind of group it with everything else. You know, you can't make exceptions for one thing, but then tell people they can't have buckets of their own piss out on their front lawn too. You know, which people fucking do. You know,
the hard work for a guy burying buckets of various things like that.
Well, there you go. It's like, yes, this is the police. We need you to remove all your buckets of piss, but you can keep your couch.
Yeah, that 65-gallon drum of shit that you have in your front yard, it's a bit of an eyesore, and it stinks up the whole goddamn neighborhood. Right. But your life-size plastic Tweety Bird statue, go ahead and leave that right there. That's fine.
And that 1979 Chevy engine that's been rusted and cemented to the fucking...
I'm still working on that. That's my dream.
Yeah, and that's what fucking hoarders do and say. It's always a project with hoarders. It's like, oh man, I've been working on that for 10 years. It's like, buddy, do you think it's possible that in the 10 years that you've been working on it, that it doesn't fucking work?
Right, it's done. Well, I just reckon it was seized up because it was tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a good long rest.
What do you think? You think it's a freedom of speech thing? Or you think it's just people not wanting to be disgusting?
I think, well, you know, things that people with yards, they have to maintain them a little bit because, you know,
then you get fucking
animals take over shit real quick.
Yeah.
Animals include fucking like insects that can give you fucking diseases
Right.
that
Mice,
can almost kill you.
Rats, snakes.
Yeah, there's this thing, what was it called? The plague, like a few hundred years ago, maybe 1,000 years ago, killed like most of the world because of dirt and grime and rats going, this looks good, I'm going to eat everything, and shitting everywhere.
Getting fleas everywhere.
Exactly, yeah, so fuck you guys and your front porch couches. Go to Walmart, buy a couple of plastic fucking chairs, and sit on that bastard.
That's
and when spiders get on there, wash the spiders off with a hose and sit the fucking thing back down. It's not that hard. Don't go to IKEA and buy a fucking, this nice little couch looks great. Let's go sit it in the front fucking porch.
Like I said, I've done it before. It was disgusting when we threw it out.
Yeah.
After it got. And that's the thing. That's the difference. Is once it gets. We had an extra couch. We didn't have anywhere to put it. We didn't know if the garbage people would take it. We put it on the front porch until it started to get gross, and then we threw it the fuck out.
We had our outdoor sponge, and it was pretty nice. And then,
Right.
Yeah, it was a transitional step. It wasn't a permanent home.
I'm like, well, we're thinking this couch looks good here, Bessie. Let's leave it right
You know
there.
what these people are going to fucking do now is they're going to say, oh, well, if we can't have fucking couches out here, we're going to put our fucking beds on the porch.
Dude, driving past somebody's house, they're fucking outside. All right, leave us alone. You're invading our privacy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, look, you can't tell me what to put on my front porch. Well, I'll show them. I'm going to put my twin-size bed out there. I'm going to put my man chair out on the front porch.
Oh.
I'm going to put my toilet out there.
Yeah, well, that's already out there.
Dude, they totally used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, most people, like I said, the buckets of piss and shit. Well, you know, and I never really got that grasp until in the last few years of how fucking disgusting Scott County and just the whole surrounding area is you know, I always grew up in the inner city. You know, I was born right outside Boston, and then I lived in Charlotte for years, and then I came here, and I worked for a company called Premier Home Care a couple of years ago, and you know, I was in and out of people's houses on a daily basis.
Right.
That couldn't afford. That basically their health insurance was paying for everything or Medicaid was paying for everything because they smoked their entire lives and needed oxygen machines and all this shit.
Right.
But these people were fucking disgusting, man. They were like, you'd move their oxygen machine away from their wall, and there would be literally, like, I'm not even exaggerating, a shape of the oxygen machine in roaches on the wall, just scatter away, and there'd be like poop stains all over the wall.
Oh, God.
You'd have like people's cake pans and muffin trays filled with cat litter, and the cats would just be using fucking people's pans and pots, and people would have like fucking tinfoil over their windows and shit. It was like near dark. They had like fucking spray paint and tinfoil over
I'm telling you, those weren't zombies, they were just white trash.
They're just meth heads. I went to work today, and this guy I work with, he reads a lot of Anne Rice novels.
Okay.
You know, vampires, werewolves, shit like that.
Yep.
And I just recently picked up The Mummy, Curse of Ramses by Anne Rice. And I asked him, I'm in the middle of reading a different book right now, and he had just finished his, and I said, hey man, I got this book out in my car, I know you just finished your book, you want to read it? He just looks at me and goes, no man, vampires are alright, but I'm just not into mummies.
What?
Like,
I go as far as vampires, but mummies, man, that's creepy shit.
It's like it's a fucking sport or something. I'm just not really into baseball, you know? I'm not into mummies. I can't really fucking get...
Well,
I'm not into Frankenstein so much.
Vampires are-
Mummies, Frankensteins, that's bullshit. Vampires are where it's at, man.
Vampires are more modern, you know, they've kept
More
up with
modern?
They've kept up with the times.
Oh, yeah.
Mummies haven't.
That's how vampires are, man.
You can't really have like, oh my god, dude! Try to imagine someone like marketing mummies as like a sexy thing. Like, oh, let's have a show on HBO about like hot mummies. Like, this is a good dude.
Fucking happen.
It's just people wrapped in fucking cotton going, and the bitch is there's like a female mummy, and she's like, and he's all like, and then it shows them like on a peak somewhere, like holding mummified hands, staring off into the distance, going.
Then you just see like a wrapped bulge.
Yeah, he starts to get a red boner, and then you see them have mummy sex, and this is them laying on top of each other with their arms out doing this.
And imagine the elaborate storylines.
Yeah, all the lines, all the dialogue is. That's when he gets sad when he loses his daughter.
Believe it or not, I have seen something that's close to what you're describing. Because apparently my niece is into this, it's like a cartoon that's set in a high school.
I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah,
Monster High.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. My friend's girlfriend collects all adults.
Which is actually based, I don't know if it's really based off of, but Monster High was originally a 1984 and 85 monster movie.
Nope, made on the internet. Internet made it up first. I'm being the person on the internet. Everyone on there.
There was an 80s monster movie called Monster High, and it was about a bunch of monsters that did the Teen Wolf thing, and did their just regular high school duties as monsters. So I think that's actually what it's kind of based off of.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I just know that I remember seeing one of them's a mummy. And she looks like a total slut. Slutty mummy.
Slutty mummy. Slummy.
Oh, God.
I totally love that idea, and we need to hurry up and make it happen before D-Hart can post this on the internet.
Those will probably be 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, so he posted on the internet, and our idea is gone.
Oh, it's totally gone, yeah. Because then the internet gets credit for making it.
Exactly. Our True Blood Mummy show. Oh, man.
Dude, that would be great. Call it Days of Our Moon. Or Loves a Moon. I don't know. Probably just call it Mummy Madness. I don't know.
I love it.
Mummy Matrimony. Be a dating show for mummies that want to get married.
Matrimony.
Matrimony. There you
the
go.
only thing that could top that would be a Creature of the Black Lagoon show.
Or a werewolf.
Everything's just bubbling.
Everyone's lycanthropic. Everyone's a werewolf.
Well, that's
but they're just always in werewolf form.
That what being human is pretty much.
I think you're right.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a vampire.
It's a vampire, a ghost, and a werewolf.
And
what about 1950s robot? Why doesn't he have his own the scary robot? Why doesn't he have his own love story show? I must kill you. And they're like, I love you. And there's robots that love each other.
Godzilla gets a fucking sitcom or something.
I know that.
Looks at the screen and lifts his hands up
Two men, a Godzilla, and a pizza shop.
I know that had to have started as somebody's fucking a sketch group kind of thing. It's what if a mummy, a vampire,
oh yeah,
and a werewolf all lived under one house and stopped being nice and started being real.
The real monsters.
Oh no, fucking real world.
God damn it.
Or Jersey Shore vampires.
This is all honestly reminding me of that skit from fucking Mr. Show, where the guy was writing the songs about things he saw, and he saw a monster party in a graveyard, and it traumatized him so bad he wrote a song about it, but he can't sing about it because he freaks out every time he thinks about it. It was David Cross.
Yeah.
Dude.
Genius skit.
Seriously, though.
Monster parties.
Vampire Jersey Shore. Yo, man, I saw this girl, man. She had the best blood. I mean, I've seen some girls with good blood, but she had the best blood.
She was creeping up on this werewolf, and I was like, what's wrong with this bitch?
Yeah, man.
She may be a vampire, but I'm a motherfucking Frankenstein.
Yeah, fucking skank.
Right? It doesn't make any sense. God, just the stupidest idea.
Is the blob...
But the blob can't have any lines.
Hold on.
He can't have a storyline.
Is the blob a person?
Did he get a
Does
transfer?
he got a personality?
No.
It's not just like a fat guy.
It's an amoeba from space that eats everything in its way.
That's where it would be funny, because you have Vampire and his blob roommate sitting on the couch, and you're like, so Blob, how was work today?
And the blob would just eat him.
Or no, you'd be like, hey Blob, how was work today?
Yeah, it would just spit out like a dead kid's corpse on the ground. Like, wow, that must have been tough for you.
Oh, come on, Blob, you ate the last pizza.
Then he just eats him. Every episode, the blob would eat everybody. That if you're gonna make it like a gimmick show about all these movie monsters living together, like that one cartoon with all the fake superheroes on it. Remember that? The blob would eat everybody at the end of every episode, because the blob doesn't understand. The blob doesn't get from. It doesn't understand from compassion. It just eats.
You couldn't have like
if you're in front of it, you're dead.
You couldn't have like the blob being like a dungeon
customer
master.
service representative. What's it going to hold the board, the game board with, D-Hart? It's got no appendages. It is slime that is alive.
Well, it would have to have like an Igor, like a dungeon master's assistant.
It would eat it. You can't have assistants or friends or a concept of anything if all you are is a being that eats.
The entire chip bowl is just inside the blob.
Yeah, the only friend of the blob might be the bed that eats. That's the only friend it could possibly ever have.
What about the stuff?
Oh,
The stuff? What's the stuff?
He ain't seen the stuff. He don't
know what the stuff is.
He doesn't know about the stuff.
Watch the stuff. It's a shitty 80s movie.
Do you have any parting words for our mutual listening audience of each other sitting here? I'm just kidding.
I'll go ahead and plug.
Sorry, I love it. It's a genius move.
I'll go ahead and plug Motion Picture Meltdown again. Check us out on Twitter, MPM Podcast.
Yep.
On 76th Street Network does some promoting for us, as well as I believe they're going to start promoting for you guys as well.
Sweet. We could use it.
It's all free promotion, so check them out. They've got some pretty cool podcasts. But
there you go.
Yeah, check out our newest episode. We're actually recording this weekend. It won't be up for a couple weeks, but we're doing the 1984 Supergirl.
Oh God!
Yeah, and then we're doing the original Superman movie, and we're actually having actor Bill Oberst Jr. He's going to call in and
Skype in with you.
Well, we're going to do an interview first, and it's actually not going to be a normal interview. It's going to have some good little perks. Like, just for an example question is, Bill Oberst Jr., of course, played Abraham Lincoln in Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And I'm going to ask him, well, one of my interview questions is just going to be, who would win Naked in a Pit? You, Daniel Day-Lewis, or the guy who played Abraham Lincoln
in the new movie.
in the new vampire.
Which Lincoln is best?
Yeah. And I want to know his opinion on which Lincoln's going to win.
He's going to hang up immediately. Like, that's just some racket.
He's coming out with Doom's Chapel Horror, which looks awesome. He's in Cell Count 2, which I just watched the first one, which actually had a Baldwin in it.
Oh, weird.
Well, I told him it was... I mean, I didn't sugarcoat him. I was like...
Yeah, listen to our show first.
Yeah, I did. I told him he should listen to our show, and I was like, man, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be ridiculous and raunchy. And he was like, dude... He was like, all I did growing up was just shit talk bad movies. And he was like, I can't wait. And then we proceeded to talk about the really shitty Halle Berry Catwoman movie.
It's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen.
And I was like, yeah, dude, do you remember the scene where she tries to break this glass with her elbow and the glass shatters like 3 seconds before her elbow ever even touches it?
Right.
And he's like, it's the worst. And, so I already know there's going to be a good connection there, but we're going to interview that and we're going to talk about Superman. He said he's not going to dog on the original Superman, but he said he'll definitely talk some shit about Supergirl.
Good. It's bad. Yeah, like it's a cum shot away from being just a bad porn. That's how poorly it's written.
Yeah. Especially, but yeah, he's gonna go in and then.
So MPM's got a celebrity guest.
Yes.
Hell yes.
And it's one step up from the awesome tweeting we got with Carl Weathers.
At least it's not Warwick Davis.
Oh, I would love to.
I'm being an asshole, dude. Come on.
Are you shitting?
He has not seen the show. Poor guy.
Warwick Davis would be an amazing guest.
I know he would be.
And I am trying.
If we just drop his name enough, maybe he'll just show up one day.
Well, if you haven't been noticing on the Twitter, I've been harassing celebrities lately.
Oh yeah.
I've just been like, well, I mean,
it's a miracle we all haven't been droned.
I need to stop starting out my tweets with, hey, we're talking shit about this movie that you directed. You want to join us?
Right. Like, hey, this movie is crap. Don't you agree, guy who made it?
Yeah, like, the cool thing is Paul Giamatti, he favorited one of our tweets that was like, Paul Giamatti, you're an awesome actor, but what the fuck were you thinking in Planet of the Apes?
Right, it's so bad.
So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to Paul Giamatti. I'd love to interview him. But yeah, like I said, I need to stop. I tried to get Charles Band on there, who's, of course, the director of Puppet Master and Transers.
The Great Transer
I was like,
trilogy or
come on.
quadrilogy.
I was like, hey, we're roasting the Transers movies, and just no
response.
No response.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, 76th Street Network promoting us, NPM podcast coming up, 10th anniversary. You got yourself a celebrity guest. Congratulations. D-Hard, do you have any parting words for the show today?
Subscribe to Unitedcypher Talks Over Games.
To check out our video game show.
Rate it, and review it, because that category, the video podcast,
it is bereft of stuff that's interesting and all. We are awesome.
In the top 100, there are literally shows that have not been updated since 2008. We can get into that top 100 in this particular category.
Well, I will go
so let's help us do this.
As soon as I get home.
So go home and rape the podcast. I'm shit. Rate. They sound the same to me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It is the same.
But yeah. Wow. Close.
And if you listen to the most recent NPM, both Evan and D-Hart are on it.
That's true. That's true. You can find all of these podcasts, including the one you're listening to, which you probably know about this website if you're listening to this anyway, at Unitedcypher.com. 10 years of gloriousness. We're going to have a 10-year anniversary special thing, releasing a couple of big things, and besides poop, releasing a couple of big things that aren't turds. And yeah, on behalf of myself, D-Hart, and Steven the Roast Rosenberg from NPM, gonna say adios, watch out for bears, and yeah, that's it.
Bye.
Bye, internet. Try not to
light yourselves on fire with the
sunscreens.
So bad.